Hello Big P fans, you find me in a rather compromising position. I'm currently laid on top of one of scrap cars, and I could have done this on the floor, but that wouldn't have been as entertaining. And what I'm doing is I'm removing headrests, and I shall tell you why. I have logic. So now I have got my headrests, and Michael's going to ask the question which you're thinking.
What? Why? What do you want?
Look at that utter confusion on everyone's faces, and this makes perfect sense to me. Right, this weekend we are doing driver training, and I don't have any cones. So, headrests, watch this, right? I've got these spiky things. Because I got these spiky things, I can stick them in the ground, and I'm going to paint them yellow, and they're going to be my cones. This should hopefully all make sense as the video goes on. We joke on the team, don't we, Andy, that whenever there's any work to be done, Michael will somehow find a way to be in a forklift. We won't mind, will we, Andy? But he's picked this car up 5 times already. There he goes with his little wave. This is day 1 of our show at Newcastle. We're here for 3 days. We're doing 6 shows. Unusually, although it's happening more and more, the shows are doing these separate sittings now. So one show performance is one sitting, and then they get rid of everyone, and then the second show in the afternoon is another sitting, they get rid of everyone. Which means that when we're looking at what we're looking at right now, this, and then it rained, but because the ground was soft and saturated, the rain's got nowhere to go. Now the point I was making about the separate sittings and whatnot is, in situations like this, we would like to manage the ground because it's not meant to rain anymore. So if we could avoid, say, hypothetically doing the first show, we might have a chance of the ground being drier and firmer and therefore not being turned up into a ploughed field for the second show and onwards. But we don't have that luxury. We have to go out and do this show because people are paid to see it, and it's going to be a challenge because of what we've got here, there and everywhere. So we're not full of enthusiasm and motivation as we would be expecting, because ultimately these trucks are going to end up absolutely covered in filth by the end of today, and that's not how we like to ride. We've just done our first show and it all went swimmingly. Yay! We've managed to do the tug of war and 2 crushes, and everything was great. So here's the plan. We're going to leave these as they are, because as they're squished, there's less likely for any stuckage if things go slightly askew. But it does leave us with a slight problem, is our run up now is slick with mud. But it is what it is. Now I'm going to use my drone to show you the state of this from up there. So this was meant to be a video of how we're going to train a new monster truck driver for our team, because the conditions are so bad and the ground is so loose, it's really not suitable to do any training. But I've got an idea. There goes Andrew. Now he's going to remove the engine cover, take the windows out, and I'm going to get him to just drive around, which is going to do one or two things. He's going to get more comfortable with the truck, and at the same time He's going to roll all this in flat, all these trenches and ruts that have been done by the forklift because we've had to do a reset. So he's going to roll all that flat. The most important thing is just calm, comfortable, and not feeling at all stressed. So just pottering around like that, really useful. In his own time, going through the gearbox, going through the rear steer, no pressure. And you can see a difference from where he's been and where he hasn't. Well, Big P fans, I don't know quite what to say. I've been holding the camera up in front of my face for a few seconds thinking, how am I going to start this video? And it's just, at this moment in time, it's probably one of the lowest I've felt being involved in the monster trucks and as a driver. And the reason we feel so bad is because we've had to cancel the next performance, and we're at a show where they're doing separate sittings. So there's people, and I can see the road and I can see them coming in, and I know how devastated all these people are going to be because they're coming here excited to see a monster truck show, but we can't deliver it. And it's not because of mechanical failure, it's not because of driver failure or anything. It is purely down to the fact that the weather has destroyed this arena. Look at it. This puddle has been here for 24 hours. It's not drying, it's not going anywhere. It's just getting churned into a sloppier mud. And every time we accelerate with the monster trucks, they're going either way of where we want them to go. And I know what you're thinking, but we see monster trucks drive in mud all the time. You would have seen Monster Jam or other shows, but we've got people that are stood behind crowd control barriers. In Monster Jam and all those other monster truck shows, you've got huge barriers, containers even, and you're often sat up a lot higher. We've only got these crowd control barriers, which is fine for everything that we set out to do here at Big P. But in this environment, and two monster trucks, there's nothing we can do about it. And what we're hoping is we've got another 2 performances due tomorrow, is that the ground dries enough that we can do 2 and only have to cancel 1 of the 6 that we were due to do. And it is heartbreaking, but it's totally out of our control, and it feels horrible to be in this position knowing that there's people coming to see the monster trucks and we can't go out and make people's day happy. Everything you can sort of find a way through it, and you go, right, well, that's out of our control, and we try and get on. Like today, we had the pulley collapse on us on Grim Reaper. Look. So we've rebuilt a pulley in an hour and a half to get ready for the show. We still went and did the show. We we worked hard to get out and do it. But here we are, we made this decision and we all just feel terrible. It's just quiet and somber. It's not what we come here to do. It's the last day of the 3 days. It's stopped raining. It's drying out. It's a lot better. We've done 1 show today and we're due to do another, and so far put my coat on because it's got a bit cold. But it's getting better and we're on schedule to do the last performance of the weekend, and then it's going to be straight up to load up. So I won't be having much to say between now and then because I've got to get on, get loaded up and then head on home. So this has been a very odd, very busy, lots going on video. Hope as usual you've enjoyed it or tolerated it for the 10 minutes you've had to endure. Until next time, from all of us at Big P, and even if you're new from Newcastle and you're wondering what the hell happened, we love you and goodbye.